Good morning, YouTube. It is time for the Formula One Miami Grand Prix weekend vlog. It is day one, which means it is Friday. We are going to head out to the track very soon. I already got some Formula One activities in this week. We actually met Pierre Gasly, who was super nice. He was also with his girlfriend Kika, who was adorable and honestly so beautiful in person. Like, I mean, I knew she was beautiful because I've seen her photos, but then in person she is just stunning, and they were both super nice. I also actually ended up running into Kika again during a Formula One Academy event that I attended. So they were doing a Pilates class at the beach at the Faena Hotel in Miami, and so I went there. We did this amazing Pilates class on the beach, which was super fun, but Kika was actually there attending as well, and I got to meet some Formula One Academy racers, so that was also super cool, being able to chat with them, support them. It was really fun, honestly, an event with so many different girls. And Tony, who is a very, prominent figure of motorsport for Formula One on TikTok, social media in general, and she's attended multiple Grand Prix, invited to cover it. She was so lovely, got to talk to her, honestly, beautiful human being. So it's been super fun. We also got to go to an Alex Albon event. He launched his new sneaker line. Like, he already had one that he released in Singapore, and then now he released ones exclusively here in Miami. They won't be available online until May 6th, so I got to attend this event. It was super cool. He was there, he was talking to us, not one-on-one, just on a, like a little panel type of stuff. But then as we were leaving, we ran into him, and Chris got to get his autograph, so that was cool for him. And I got to chat with Lily for a little bit. I asked her about the Tour Reports department because I know that she's a Swiftie. She has not listened to the album yet. I will give her a pass though, because she has been competing. She's a professional golfer. She has been busy, so that's fine. But it was funny because Alex was like, you need to call her out on not being a good Swiftie because she has not listened. So it was a really fun conversation with them. They're super down to earth, nice people. Other than that, I mean, there's been a ton of other Formula One events going on. I have not been able to attend all of them because they're all over the place, and some of them are actually at the same time. But if you are planning on attending a Grand Prix, well, at least the Miami Grand Prix next year, they probably will also do a lot of events again. So just keep your eyes peeled on social media for the different teams to be posting any sort of meet and greets and opportunities that they're doing, so that you can meet drivers, get to know them, chat with them, take photos, whatever. Anyway, I am wearing a tennis dress. I want it to be comfy because it is hot outside, and then my Air Force Ones because, again, I want it to be comfy. There's a lot of walking, and these are very comfy shoes. Gonna take my little clear bag, crossbody bag, because obviously clear bag policy. Have sunscreen, Summer Fridays lip butter balm. Sunscreen is a must. Some perfume, body wipes, and blotting paper because there's so much sweat going on in this Miami Grand Prix. And then, of course, my Charles Leclerc hat. So I will be putting my hair up in a ponytail because it is so insanely hot. We'll be accessorizing this outfit with my Charles Leclerc hat, since my tennis dress is just pretty plain and doesn't say Ferrari anywhere. Anyway, I'm so excited to take you along again this year. This is my third year filming this because I just can't seem to say no to the Miami Grand Prix, apparently, even though the prices are ridiculous compared to other races. But I figured it is a sprint race. We didn't want to miss this. You're technically getting 2 races for the price of 1, so I girl math my way around it. Maybe this time I will keep my word next year. I probably will not be going next year. Next year I'll probably go to a different race. That's the goal, is to go to one of the European races because that would be super fun, or maybe Canada. So we'll see. But for now, let me take you along the Miami Grand Prix in 2024. Since I mentioned the autographs, I figured I would show you. So this is Alex Albon's autographed card that Chris got. And then we have Pierre Gasly here and Pierre Gasly here again. So pretty cool cards. Chris collects these and he keeps them. He's got 4 drivers now autographed. So he has Charles, Pierre, Alex, and I don't know who the other one is, but I know that there's another autograph that he got last year. Hopefully we'll continue to get some more in the years to come. So this has been really cool though.
Keep in mind, it's just practice. really interesting to look at the top down. Sun.
We made it back and I'm actually rushing because I need to go get ready for a friend's surprise birthday party, so I need to get ready very quickly. It was really hot actually. Like the past few weeks have been nicer weather and then today was just really hot, but we felt like this year, well, at least today, entering the stadium and everything, or yeah, the track, we felt like it was more unorganized than it was last year. Like the first year didn't feel too organized, but you know, whatever, it was the first year, so we gave them a pass. Last year felt pretty organized. This year there was just one line to enter, whereas last year they had like 5 different rows of lines, so people were just, you know, just bunched up in their own line, whereas this one it was just one line, so it was so long, so entering took a while. And then to top it all off, I don't know what happened because this was after we had already entered the track. The gate where we entered stopped working, and so they were sending people to like a whole other gate because I guess, I don't know what happened to it, but it just wasn't working. So that was a disaster. Other than that, I mean, everything else was seemingly the same. We went to the MIA shop, like the store. I wanted to see what kind of merch they had. It felt like it was just reusing what they had last year, so nothing really special. I mean, they had maybe like 2 to 3 new things, but it didn't feel that different, so kind of, you know, bummed about that. But this year we did have access to the Chase Sapphire Lounge, and honestly it was the best thing ever. It has air conditioning, it has race simulators. I didn't get to try it because we were in there just for like a little bit and there was like a whole line, but they have the race simulators and then they have free food. And so they had these, I mean, not like a full meal, but they had basically like hors d'oeuvres, and it was fancy stuff though. They had like, Chris had this Wagyu thing. I had some chips with caviar. It was honestly really nice, really fancy, honestly unexpected. So I enjoyed it. So we definitely will go back again tomorrow because again, the air conditioning is nice, plus the free food is also very nice. Other than that, we got to see the girls from the F1 Academy, which was honestly so interesting, seeing the difference between an F1 car and the F1 Academy cars. They're definitely slower. They're definitely, you know, designed very differently. They're quieter. They're just very different. So I do agree with Max Verstappen's claims that, you know, the girls from the F1 Academy don't really have a chance in F1 right now, based on the way that the car is built and what they're doing and how they're training and everything is just very different. And I just feel like if the goal is to get the F1 Academy girls into F1, a lot of things need to change. But I mean, it's big progress, you know, like at least they're now able to compete and they have their own series like that and everything, so still a win. And then we watched sprint quali, which was really cool. Charles got P2, so that was very exciting. I can't wait for the sprint race tomorrow and then regular quali as well, so very exciting. But like I said, I need to get ready very quickly because I have to go to my friend's birthday party, and so that was kind of like the, you know, quick summary of day 1. I am exhausted and I don't feel sunburned, but I do feel like just in general tired from the sun, so that's not fun. So I hope to get a really good night of sleep today because tomorrow we have another long day and just to keep exploring some more.
take the checker flag too, and you're right.
We are back, and we actually like left this morning in a hurry because I was trying to do too many things at once and I forgot to document before we left. So I didn't get to document my beginning of day 2, I guess. Today was really fun. We got to see the sprint race. This was obviously my first time seeing a sprint race in real life, so that was really cool. Obviously Max won, no surprise there. He got pole later today for tomorrow's race, also no surprise there. Probably will win tomorrow. No surprise there. But what's funny is he keeps complaining that the car is not feeling good and that he was not very consistent in Miami and stuff like that. I don't know, whatever. That man he's still gonna win anyway. It was really cool. We spent quite a bit of time today on in the Chase Sapphire Lounge because, well, it was really hot out and I'm actually getting some allergy, I have heat allergies, and so I'm getting, I was very itchy and getting some rashes and stuff, so I was like, I just need to be in a climate controlled space. Plus they have free food, so it was great. And then we stayed there for happy hour where they do free drinks, so that was also pretty cool. I could try out their race simulator, which was way more fun than the Red Bull one that I tried previously, because that one, I feel like the wheel was not as sensitive, it wouldn't react that quickly when I was moving it, whereas this Chase one did feel like it was very reactive, and that was a lot better. Plus this one, you could actually semi feel the g-forces, it would really, if you were going over a curb, it would bounce you up and down. Same thing if you were to, well, I didn't hit anything, I didn't crash into anything, but I did see somebody do it, and then it would bounce them back and everything. So this one would mimic the experience a little bit more than the Red Bull one did when I did that one. Other than that, we just walked a little bit around campus, but mainly we were there just for the sprint race and then quali session, obviously, which we're very excited about the race tomorrow. It was a little bit more organized today, so yesterday didn't feel like they were organized at all. It kind of felt like they took a step back yesterday, but today felt very organized actually. They were definitely controlling the lines much better. From what I heard, there was no shutdown of any gates or anything going on, so that worked out. And then at the end, instead of making us go all the way around towards the same path of the entrance gates to exit, they just open up all the gates so that everybody could just go out straight in one straight shot instead of doing this weird zigzag situation going on. So I think they learned from yesterday, which is kind of silly that they had to learn from yesterday when they've had 2 other years to learn, but besides the point. Other than that, really fun. It's been really good, and we're ready for day 3 tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and shower, get ready, try to put on some lotion or something to ease some of these allergies that I have going on from the heat. And tomorrow will be my last day being exposed to the heat, actually for a while, so I'm excited so that my skin can finally go back to feeling better and I'm not in the situation. But other than that, I'm just gonna rest, probably gonna watch a hockey game because I'm also into hockey now, and enjoy my night, get some rest for tomorrow because it's gonna be a long day, but I'm very excited about tomorrow. Okay, we are heading out now for race day. We decided to go in a little bit later today because the heat has been a little bit unbearable and I was getting a lot of allergies and stuff, and so we're heading out now just in time to go watch the F1 Academy race and then obviously the actual F1 race. So I will probably do a little debrief on this whole weekend at the end of this, just to let you know everything that I learned this year and things to keep in mind if you do decide to come back to Formula One next year.
The wild card driver. Lights are on. When they're out, we're racing.
Watch for Bustamante on the left-hand side. Doesn't get away. Slightly he's now got pace, and now covering her off is Abby Pulling as they go into the first corner.
That was aggressive by the British driver. Flag, Chambers on Abdel Kubaisi.
Check the fans, and I also had a Ferrari car.
And here they come. And now let's go down trackside. second place, Max Verstappen of the Netherlands. His 5th podium of 6 races. Well done to Max Verstappen, the first-time winner, Lando Norris. Here he is, and in his honour, on that of the McLaren Formula 1 team, the British National Anthem,
I am so glad to be back home, but we're so tired. It took us forever to actually leave the parking lot and everything. So we did buy parking this year, which I don't know if it was just our lot. We were on lot number 35 and we bought parking, like we paid for parking, and they only checked our parking pass today. So Friday and Saturday, we technically could have just parked in that lot without even buying parking, which was insane to me. I don't know why that was the case, but that's how they were doing it, I guess. We ended up leaving track. I think it was around, I just had to check my phone, like my videos, to see what time we actually ended up leaving, and it was just after 6 o'clock that we started leaving the grandstands to go back to our car. And we were sitting in the car for forever just trying to exit the parking lot and then be able to get onto the street and actually drive off. So that was honestly a lot, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have been better to Uber or anything like that, because honestly, like, traffic was insane and I don't even know how much the wait time would have been. We were trying to estimate it, but we didn't know if, you know, like, you don't actually get the final estimate until you actually order the Uber. But we were just curious, and it was about allegedly a 10-minute wait, but I don't think that that was the case. And then it was about like $50. But if you're able to drive, it honestly is a little bit easier. Just be patient because leaving takes time. We didn't go to the podium again this year. We did only the first year because they had sent out a message on the app. So if you are going to the Miami Grand Prix, definitely download the Miami Grand Prix app. The first year they had sent out a message through the app saying like, hey, we're opening these gates so that you can go to the podium. This year and last year they didn't send out that message, so we didn't know. And last year we noticed, because we were trying to do it, they actually closed off the gates that we needed to like get to or get through in order to get to a bridge that would then let us walk over towards the podium side. And so this year we didn't even try because we didn't want to leave. It was just so exciting seeing Lando leading the race that we didn't want to leave our seats and then just be stuck outside trying to cross a bridge that we were probably not going to be able to access. So we ended up not going towards the podium. So I can't say with certainty that those gates were indeed closed or that they were open for people to cross towards the bridge. So I don't know. There were obviously tons of different people watching the podium ceremony in person, but I don't know if they were coming from like the areas where it's very easy to access that view. We were on the West Campus, which again requires you to cross quite a few different gates, and so I don't know that they had it open for everyone in the public to want to, you know, go towards the podium and watch it in real life. Either way, we had a massive screen in front of us where we saw everything, so we didn't miss any action, but we just didn't want to run over to the podium and stuff and risk just getting everything closed and then taking forever to leave. So not sure how that was. I felt like the first day was definitely not very organized. Like, it felt like it was very similar to the first year, which didn't feel organized at all. But then the second and third day, honestly, everything seemed to work out pretty well. No, you know, congestion of people walking everywhere or anything. Like, it seemed a little bit more organized in that sense, in terms of entering the gates, also leaving, and just in general throughout campus, it didn't feel so crazy. If you have a Chase Sapphire Reserve card, I would highly recommend taking advantage of that for the lounge that they have. If you can get one, if you're planning on coming to Miami next year and you can get that credit card, I would suggest doing it, because that lounge honestly was amazing for us. There's free food, there's air conditioning, there's sims, so you can race, you know, pretend to be a Formula 1 driver. They have screens so you can also watch things there, and they have drinks and a ton of other stuff. So like, honestly, it was amazing. Super clean bathrooms, so highly recommend that one. And then they also give 20% off the Miami shop, like the merchandise shop, for all Chase card holders, regardless of which Chase card you have, as long as you pay with a Chase card. They probably will do the same thing next year, it's my guess, because Chase and Formula 1 have a partnership, or Formula 1 Miami, they have a partnership, so I would imagine that they are still gonna have that next year. I'm trying to think of like other things to keep in mind that I learned this year that I would take on for next year. Not that I'm going next year, I say this every time, but I really don't think that I'm going next year. The only reason why we went this year was because there was the sprint race, so we wanted to see that in person, and F1 Academy was also pretty exciting for us, or at least for me. I really wanted to see that. I just really don't feel like I want to go next year. Like, I really would rather just go to a different race and experience something else. Maybe Canada. My dream is to go to Monza, obviously, as a Ferrari fan, but we'll see. Price wise, I mean, everything that you would expect in terms of, you know, like food price wise and drinks, obviously overpriced stuff. Like, you're gonna be paying a lot of money for things that you normally wouldn't. Like we ordered some tacos today for lunch and they wanted to charge $5 to add cheese to the tacos, which I think is ridiculous, charging $5 for that. And they also wanted to charge somebody $5 for sour cream, also ridiculous. So they definitely upcharge wherever they can, and the prices are obviously a lot more than you would pay for in a normal restaurant. Miami itself is already overpriced, and then you put in Formula One weekend and it's ridiculously overpriced. The beach area had this ridiculously priced menu that I saw online. It was allegedly priced for like 6 people apparently. They were charging like $300 for some tacos or something like that. It was insane. So really they do go really crazy with the prices, but it is what it is. It is all cashless though, so definitely make sure that if you do go, it is just with credit cards or Apple Pay. There's not going to be an option to pay in cash. And then obviously the basics, like it's a clear bag policy. You were not allowed to take any water bottles this year unless they were plastic water bottles and they were sealed. So the past 2 years we were able to take our like tumblers that we filled up with ice and then we added water once we were on campus. This year they were not allowing that. You were only allowed to bring in a sealed plastic water bottle. So you were basically forced to buy water on campus. Other than that, I mean, honestly, it was a good experience. I really do wish that Miami was a little bit more centered around giving fans the experience to be around drivers instead of making it so just, you know, about show and stuff like that. I feel like some other or most other venues do a really good job of doing fan experiences where they either get to have, you know, autographs, like an autograph session with the drivers, or the drivers go on stage and they, you know, answer fan questions and interact with them. Like I feel like that really makes it feel special for Formula One fans. Miami is just very focused on concerts and what's happening at the beach section that they have, and just really the focus genuinely isn't on Formula One and the drivers themselves. It's very much like just for people that want to go for a party. It feels very Miami, which is fair, you know, it is what it is. But I think if you are a genuine F1 fan that is looking to connect with the F1 drivers and get those experiences with them, you're not gonna get that in Miami. I don't know too much about the other races because I haven't been to any other race, but from what I've heard and from what I've seen online, places like Austin, which is still in the US and you would, you know, expect it to be, I guess, somewhat more similar to Miami, is a whole different story where you actually get to see the drivers go on stage and talk and answer questions and take photos with fans and stuff like that. You don't get that in Miami. Just a little disclaimer, because I know I get asked a lot, like, how do you meet the drivers and stuff? The only reason why I've met the drivers is because I have either seen them at the airport or I've attended events that they're going to. And so if you are planning to meet the drivers here in Miami, I would say keep an eye on social media because they'll be posting events and things that they're doing throughout that week, and that's basically like a safe way to make sure that you do meet them. The airport was just like, it's a hit or miss, honestly. Like we just ended up going because it's not a far drive, so we just ended up going to see if they were there and got lucky. That's not like a safe bet. Like it would be saying, you know, hey, this driver is gonna be at this event for an hour and then you can go and meet them. But yeah, other than that, I did feel like the past 2 days were a little bit more organized, so it felt okay, it felt fun. Again, I really only went this year because of the sprint race. If the sprint race wasn't happening, I probably would have not gone to Formula One Miami again, because for me, well, one, I would really just love to experience something else. Like it would just be very fun to experience a different race. And two, I do feel like as a genuine Formula One fan, it's not the most fun race. Like the race itself can actually have exciting moments. I know people were always like, oh, it's a parking lot race, like it's not that fun, but it does have exciting moments. I mean, this gave Lando his first win, so I feel like that right there is a huge win for Miami. And there are some exciting things happening. Maybe it's not the most like action-packed race, but it does have its moments. However, the environment itself, once you're inside the track, is not very Formula One focused. It feels very much like a party place, which again is just very Miami. So it goes in line with the Miami vibe, just not in line with the Formula One vibe. And so for me, I would love to experience a different track and something that may be a little bit more Formula One focused. But that's just my personal opinion. So anyway, that is my experience in year 3 of the Formula One Miami Grand Prix. I really don't think that next year I'm going to be doing this vlog because, or actually, you know what? I'm going to be manifesting. I'm going to get invited to the Formula One Grand Prix next year. And so that way I'll go. But I really don't plan on buying tickets. So that's probably that. But I do hope to be making another vlog with a different racetrack, a different city, a different country. So we'll see about that. Anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to leave that in the comment section. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a like, a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.